Okay, welcome to Icarus versus Area 51, the final map on Sunfire. I'll just do a quick roster rundown. On Icarus, we have Zepto, Echoes, Killer, Chaingun, Vector, Kevin, Fettuccine, Mavi, and on Area 51 we have Blinks, Warchief, Pliff, Zoidberg, Reddish Blue, Player 3, Verishex, and Brick. If I said the name twice, I'm sorry, it's because they're changing around quite a bit. Right now it's 0-0 as Vector grabs the flag, quickly dies though to player 3. How have the previous games been going, Lettuce?
Well, basically the score is currently 3-1 in favor of Icarus. Area 51 is without their Star Sniper Tailspin, so it's been fairly one-sided except for on Arx Novena, which Area 51 took 5-3. It should have been a lot more lopsided on that map because Area 51 was dominating it. Unfortunately, they messed up more than a couple times. But Vector's just grabbed the flag, so I'll let you take it away.
102 health, got sniped though by Blinks quite quickly right in front of the big tower in the front with player 3 and Brick right next to it, and player 3 returns it. Ecos is spamming the stand, or spamming the Area 51 stand, I should say, as Kevin's coming in from the right. I'm not sure if he's going for a grab. Yes, here he comes. Half health, misses the flag stand, though. We have Warchief as playing his HOF. Ecos grabs it, tries to punt it away, doesn't get it very far. Probably about midway between the two towers on the right side. Not a lot of action seems to be happening over on the other side. I don't see any grabs going over there. Seems like Icarus is doing all the grabs. His Vector is coming in from the left side right now. Half health. I don't know if he got sniped or what happened, but he seems to have broken off the... Oh, nope, he's still going. I don't know what sort of route he's going on. A little back-to-front route since the gens are down. Here he comes. He's at full health, gets hit on the stand, down to 250, and sniped again by Blinks. Again, the flag only goes to right in front of the big tower. Do you see anything happening on the other stand?
There's not that much happening on the other stand. Area 51 generally is only running with Zoid Bergenstein as their capper, so we're not going to see as many grabs on there because they need to basically have their offense coordinate perfectly with him to get a successful grab off. Where on the other side, Icarus runs with Vector and Kevin most of the time as capping, so they have dual cappers and they often run separate routes, so it's very hard to defend against. You can see here Vector's just coming in now. He does manage to get a clean grab off. He did get hit, and he's punting it out to the midfield right now. Doesn't seem like any of his teammates there, but as I said, Kevin is the other capper. He's coming in now with good speed, because all he had to do was change his route slightly. He did get taken out by player 3, and the flag was returned, though.
Yeah, it looked like a good mid-air direct shot from player 3. I thought he was actually going to be able to get that. Did that whole exploding after it hits the guy thing. As Vector is coming in from the right side this time. Completely missed the flag. I doubt he was actually going for it this time. I'm just sort of spinning around, not really doing much. Zoid Bergenstein grabs the flag on the other side. Let's see if I can get to him. Oh, he dies, though, before I can get to him. Flag is not very far from the stand on the right side. Brick looks like he's going to come into... There we go, picks it up. He's a raider. Gets Nitron by Chaingun. Chaingun returns the flag. Nothing happening over there. I understand having one flag capper, but you really have to make sure that your offense is on, all on the same page there. Because here we go, Zoe Bergenstein tries to grab, but there was no distraction going, and he gets taken down quite quickly. Again, flag going down as Reddish Blue picks up. Also as a raider, trying to get away. Lots of people on him, and down he goes, chained down by Mavi, and the flag is returned. As I was saying, with one capper, you really have to be on the same page. Everybody needs to be doing the same thing, and you really need escorts there, because that sniper is going to get you. As Zoidberg grabs it again, this time getting away with a lot of health, 380, being changed, sniper shot, misses. He's halfway home right now. Looks like he punts it all the way as he... Actually, there was somebody right next to him. Reddish Blue was right there. I don't know why he didn't just pass it. Kevin coming in to try and return the flag. And no, it's picked up by Zoe Bergenstein again, who boosts away and punts it almost to the stand. Brick looking like he's going to pick it up. Nope, misses it. Flag is just sitting there right in front of the flag stand. Here he comes, trying to get it up. Cliff, right on the flag stand, throws it. Capped by Warchief. 1-0, Area 51. I have to say, didn't see this happening.
Well, honestly, what I've been seeing in the past couple maps is Area 51 seems to be practicing a lot of passing and flag punting. It may be because they're not taking this entirely seriously because they don't have tailspin, but especially on a map like on Crossfire, they were doing a lot of punting, and with all due respect to them, they're not very good at it, and they don't seem to be punting at the right time. Like, as you said, Reddish Blue was there next to him. He could have just laid it off to him. Instead, he punted it, which to me was not the right call at all. On the other side, Vector there just had the flag. He went low, and that's why he punted it, rather than just trying to get it generally back towards his base. I mean, if Vector sees Kevin coming in there, he'll generally lay the flag off and let him just grab it, because he knows he's going to be going at a fast speed, and it's a lot safer than punting it into the middle of the unknown.
You know, one thing that, you know, I understand it's hard to predict when you're going to be sniped. And I do understand you do need to pass it off before you get sniped, otherwise you lose the whole idea of actually getting it further than if you just die, because you don't get the same velocity as if you throw it, even just throw it. But you do need to be very specific about when you want to throw it. It almost, I don't know. I played with like a couple of these guys in the recent tournament that Aepplejoose, or I don't know how to pronounce his name, organized, and they were okay, but I sort of expect Area 51 to take this quite easily based on previous matches. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the problem I've noticed a lot with Area 51 is they're applying the same sort of strategy to each one of the maps that they play. And for some maps, like Arx Novena, it works brilliantly. They're amazingly good at that map at clearing the stand, owning the stand, making sure everything's clear. But unfortunately on other maps, it doesn't work nearly as well. As we just have Vector there coming in with a back to front. He did manage to get out with 15 health, but before he could punt it, he did go down, and the flag will be an easy return. So the problem with the method that they have is on a map like Katabatic that's so big, if you don't own the stand well enough, you're never going to own the stand. You have to be perfect at dueling on that, or else they're easily going to be able to take care of your capper, and we're sort of seeing the same thing here. They're not really able to duel as well on the offense, so there's hardly any clearing for Zoid, which is why, honestly, they only have one cap and like 2 or 3 grabs.
As you say that, though, it looks like they have a second capper. Player 3, halfway home, gets sniped by Zepto. That might have been a good time to punt it, as, you know, there was literally no chance he was going to make it over there. Chain Gun's going to be here to return it quite easily. As the other flag gets punted, Area 51's flag gets punted halfway to the map, and Fettuccini is that... No! Looks like Zoe Birkenstein on a route goes and returns it. Pretty much saving for a cap there, because pretty sure Fettuccini would have been able to pick it up and just punt it halfway across the map all the way back to his base. As Zoidberg picks up and punts it, there's really nobody there except for Brick. He's not going to get very far because he doesn't have a lot of health. And there he goes down. Reddish Blue, now a Pathfinder. Or sorry, Infiltrator. One thing I'm sort of surprised is that most people, they're not sending a dedicated Infiltrator onto a sniper on this map. This map seems to like it play very similar to Dry Dock, where you'd want to send, you know, if the sniper isn't on the flag stand, you're going to want to send at least one guy just to harass him. Not necessarily kill him, because if you kill him, you know, if he suicides and gets back, but just as your flag carrier grabs it, you know, just send somebody to take him down or distract him or do something. Because if you don't, you're going to have escorts or somebody, because he's going to get sniped if the sniper is a reasonable level.
I can see what you're saying, and one thing I've been noticing is I've been watching Zoidberg a little bit, and his routes are they don't go around the map enough. He's coming much too close to the base. He's getting spotted really quick. Mavi is there pretty much every time. Chains him down a couple times. The sniper will target him, and down he goes. So it's sort of, it's their offense not really being coordinated enough, but it's also that I think he needs to change his route and take a more looping one. Try and stay a little bit more out of sight and come in with a higher speed.
Yep, we just had a grab by Reddish Blue, passes it to Zoe Bergenstein, who punts it further. I don't know why he punted it there. He still had full health. Flag did go very far, though. It's 3/4 of the way back to the base, but there's nobody near it except for Icarus, guys. As Shrike comes in, takes him out. Who's in the Shrike? That's player 3. But unfortunately, he couldn't take out 2 people as Ecos returns the flag. And nothing going there. That was actually a reasonable move. Reddish Blue didn't get taken out very quick. I was sort of surprised at how lax the Icarus defense there. Was able to punt it to Zoidberg, who had a tank near him to just sort of protect him. probably should have held on to the flag a little bit longer than he has, as he just missed the flag, but goes llamas it, sits there, punts it away, just before he gets sniped. Not a bad move, but again, there's nobody near it, really. Oh, as I say that, of course, Reddish Blue picks it up, punts it away towards Blinks, but it hits the rock. Brick is coming in behind, seeing if he can pick it up. Doesn't get it. He was a little too far. It's in that little circular Stonehenge area as Mavi is chaining down Brick. Brick has a little bit of protection, though. Reddish Blue and Zoidberg right there. He's following it as, oh, looks like Kevin picked it up from Team Icarus. He's all the way home at 700 health. And it looks like we're going to have our first standoff of the game. Brick is really low, though. He needs to pass off as soon as possible.
Yeah, the thing I noticed there especially was that was an okay punt, but he punted it to the right when Brick and Reddish Blue were both to the left. I didn't quite understand what he was aiming for, punting it in that direction. It forced them to go fairly far to pick it up, and then it worked out in the end, but I could easily see it having very bad results on any other sort of map or any other sort of time. And it does look like that the Blood Eagle team's going to be setting up right next to the tree, so it's going to be giving them the protection of the base turret, because their gens are not down. And they do seem to only be they're splitting their team half and half. They have a sniper, a technician for that little turret, 2 turrets now, which will be very helpful, and just 2 general defenders. And Area 51 is generally a very heavy defense, and you can see they have 5 to 6 people guarding their flag. So this could potentially be a very long standoff. They rely heavily on getting the lucky bounces from the Nitrons to get the returns, and they theoretically, with 5 or 6 people on defense, should help prevent any lucky Nitron bounces from the other team.
I'm sort of surprised that we don't see more sonic punches going on, along with, sending 2 people in, one with a sonic punch, one with a Nitron. See if you can't get the flag returned that way. Seems like it'd be a pretty reasonable tactic there, as Reddish Blue has the flag as Raider. Not a bad person to give it to. Ecos coming in, Vector on his left. Ecos is really low. Vector's at about half health. Ecos being chained down pretty. Yep, there he goes. Vector sort of sitting there, not doing a lot. Not really much happening over on the Area 51 side. I'm gonna go check the other side quickly. Mavi all by. Oh no, he has chain gun with him. Has Zoidberg coming in from the right. There's the Nitron, just barely misses him. And nope, Zoidberg has no more Nitrons. I'm so surprised. I don't know what Zoidberg's running for. Do you know what Zoidberg's running for perks?
I believe he's running a Reach and Egocentric.
Earlier we were talking about what people run. Reach is always a good one, obviously, to have in a standoff. But then. Can you have Reach and, what is it, Quick Draw or Safety
You can
third?
have Reach and
no,
Quick
Safety
Draw,
third
I
with
think,
Reach.
but you can't have Safety Third. That replaces Reach.
Yeah, the one thing about Safety Third is it increases the radius of the explosion.
Oh, and we had a very close bounce there. It almost bounced right into Vash Eric's, but he did go down, and the flag was picked up again by Mavi. If Vash Eric's, for example, there had the Reach, he might very well have gotten the flag back, but Mavi's Reach managed to basically save the return in the cap. Going back to quickly what you said on the Sonic Punch, I think the problem is it doesn't work so well on the 8v8s, because there's not that many people. It's hard to slip by and slip into it, like slip unnoticed. I think someone will spot you, and as soon as they spot you, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. You're really going to have just wasted time, because they're going to know you're there, they're going to be ready for you, and there's really not that much you can do.
Yeah, but it seems like Area 51's guys coming in, they're sort of coming in one by one, and they're just being chained down so fast with all the chain gun power that's there, and Vash Eric's is going as a heavy. I'm not sure why you'd send a heavy in for a standoff. It just seems unnecessary, as most standoffs seem to be resolved by either Nitrons or Raiders or soldiers or somebody coming in. Heavies just seem far too immobile, and the carrier can get away easily while his pals take care of him. But, the Area 51 is certainly a lot better than I am, and I'm sure they have better tactics than I do, so I'm not.
Well, they definitely take a very defensive stance on these standoffs, and I'm not actually a big fan of it, especially because you know, they have 5-6 people on defense, and the people they have on offense don't usually seem to come in very coordinated, as you said. They do sort of go in one at a time, and you're going to have to get incredibly lucky against players with Mavi, Chain Gun, and Zepto's caliber to get a lucky Nitron bounce and get the flag returned. So I really don't like that tactic, although we did just see Mavi go down there. They finally did send 3 people in at once, and they did manage to get the return. The question is, are they going to be able to get the cap? Ecos comes in here, does do a llama grab, just chucks it off the stand. He wasn't going to get far anyway in the first place. There's the return. Are they going to get the cap? There we go. There's the 2-0. Vector was coming in, and he might actually get out here fairly well. He just chucked it, which is... Did you see a Nitron? I didn't see a Nitron, but I would have expected him to keep going with it. Didn't seem very like him to just drop it. But it is picked up again by Killar, who there gets Nitroned. And will it be returned? Vash Eric's is coming in. There's the return. That was one thing that's also been noticed on the earlier maps is after the return on a standoff, the defense for Area 51 is very, very lax. They're not very good at getting it there. So the other team is often able to do a lot of chain grabs. As Reddish Blue here does manage to get the flag out to about half midfield with the punt. Bricks just misses it. Will he be able to get it? He's knocking it away. I'm not quite sure why. No one was really incoming. He does pick it up himself again, though. He is just seeming to do some dueling, clear out all the offense. He does get midair Nitron, though, by Killar, and there's the return. What a great thrust pack, and to be honest, a fairly lucky Nitron. But going back to what I was saying, I noticed on a lot of the earlier maps, the other team would have a capper ready. They would come in, get a grab, and even though Area 51 would manage to get a cap out of the standoff, the other team would get a quick recap, and it would be as if the scores were once again tied, just 1+ for each team.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the problem. You don't want to be on the flag or too near the flag stand. You definitely do want to have like a little bit of a high ground, you know, near an inventory station, that sort of thing. But when the flag, you do have to be ready for that return, and especially your sniper is the biggest guy that just needs to be ready to be able to snipe people down as they're coming in, and just make sure that, you know, if they do grab, you take them out as quick as possible, and force them to punt, force them, you know, to make the decision as to what to do, and not just let them get away, you know, halfway across the map before they punt, and then punt it the rest of the way home. I'm actually watching Killar go in, take out the gens from Area 51. That's one thing I noticed is Area 51 doesn't seem to care about their gens quite as much as Team Icarus does.
No.
I don't know if that's
Area 51 really, the only time they actually worried that much about their generators was on Katabatic. They actually had someone down there defending it for most of the map, and Icarus was going pretty heavily down towards the gens, trying to take them out, and it tied them up for a good 5 minutes, which was really great for Area 51. Unfortunately, it didn't matter in the end, but it was a really good strategy at that point. But they do seem to have dropped that. Their generator defender is no longer on the team. He was subbed out. He had to go for some reason or another. So that could be why they just don't seem to care about their generators anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot of people or a lot of teams have switched over to the whole, we need, you know, a technician, so that our, it certainly makes Doombringers a lot more useful, as Vector has a back to front grab halfway home, misses his punt though as he's going through. Flag bounces way up high, just sitting there right past the big stand in the middle, as Zepto picks up, gets hit though, he's down to 224 health. Vash Eric's trying to chain down, Shrike comes in, player 3 misses him, is picked up by Mavi. Mavi almost the flag stand, gets taken out. Flag bouncing around right in front of the flag stand. 3, yep, there we go. Zoid Bergenstein returns it. 3 Area 51 guys are right there, but there's nobody at their stand right now, as Kevin is able to pick it up, punt it away, all the way about 3/4 of the way back to the base, as who grabbed a brick on the other side also punts it halfway home. That gets returned, that gets returned as Fettuccini picks up Area 51's flag. He's at the base with 70 health, as player 3 is right at their flag though. He picks it up, Nitron kills Fettuccini, flags in the stand. Zoidberg's just gets sniped, boosting into the flag stand as Ecos picks up, tries to punt it away, doesn't. Vash Eric's is right there for the return. No! Mavi picks it up, gets rid of it. Player 3 died, or punted it to Pliff. Pliff picks it up, and we have our second standoff, looks like, as Pliff gets taken out by Vector, And flag is returned, I guess. And Mavi coming in for the cap. There we go, 2-1. Wow.
That was a fairly eventful action. Area 51 seemed to throw the kitchen sink there just to see if they could get that return, and they managed to, you know, they were doing quite well, but unfortunately, well, Icarus just did that slight bit better. They did have that fairly well-timed grab by Mavi. Whether that was luck or not can be debated, but don't forget there are only 3 minutes left on this map, so Icarus really needs to get another grab off here, or a cap, or this game's going to be over. I don't think they've lost a single standoff this game, except for the one on this map, so if they can get a grab and get that standoff going, I think they're going to be in great shape.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised that Area 51 didn't return that and make this a 3-0 game, which essentially would have put it away. They had 2 or 3 chances where they were a split second away from returning it, and I think if they had done that, I don't think that Vector would have gotten away with the Vector would have been able to return the flag because they would have suicided and helped protect him as Fettuccine picked up, tried to punt and missed the punt. As Ecos coming in trying to grab Vash Eric's there, though, returns the flag as Reddish Blue picks it up and punts it away. Whoops, wrong flag. And it's right there for the return, though. No, Zoe Bergenstein trying to come in. No, doesn't pick it up in time as Vector picks it up and is away halfway to 10 health. This could be the tie cap. Is there a Shrike on? Yep. Oh, no, he suicides. That's kind of odd. Like Shrike taking off. Fettuccine misses the flag as he comes in. Gets taken out by player 3, and the flag is returned by Brick. As Chango was there to try and pick it up, but far too many Area 51 guys. Looks like they're playing a little heavy defense right now, just trying to keep the flag there. I think it'd help them a lot if they get the generators up so that War Chief could put up a couple force fields, and Vector couldn't do that back to front route that seems to be working so well. As Reddish Blue picks up the flag, tries to punt it away. There's a lot of guys there. Yep, Zoidberg had picked up, but the dies. He's right next to the circular thing. Player 3 picks it up, dies. Reddish Blue picks up, and nope, I don't know. He just passed. I don't know why he didn't punt it there. Would have been a good place to punt as Zoidbergenstein picks up, but on the other side, looks like Killar has it. Zoidbergenstein about to be taken down, but it's all... No, Mavi! Oh, misses the mid-air return. Tons of Area 51 there. Flag is back at their base, and it looks like this is going to put it away 3-1, and there we go. Whew,
that's essentially game over. Actually, what happened there before was their generators were actually... They came up for half a second, which was just enough to stop Vector, who was on a route, which might have actually given them a much better chance, and they might have actually tied the game up. Oh, and Kevin picked up the flag, but got sniped, and down it goes into the chasm. That's an instant return. Nothing they can do about that. One thing I was noticing with the Area 51 strategy was they had a lot of people around the flag, but the people were also too concerned with the flag rather than dueling and killing the people that were actually coming to return it. They were too focused on making sure they picked it up, and so Icarus members were just standing there dueling away, shooting people at will, killing the flag carriers, and that was actually a lot closer to being returned than it may have looked on screen.
Yeah, I think they definitely need to assign roles a little bit better, and just say, you know, look, if these people are... assign a ranking system. You know, let's say player 3 always makes sure that the flag is going to be there. You know, and then... Or let's say War Chief is there. War Chief always makes sure the flag is there, followed by player 3. So, just make sure that, like... you know, everybody, you know, the duelers go and duel, and that the guys defending the flag make sure that, you know, let's say, you know, 2 people show up, okay, well then you peel off, let's say 3 people to go and get them, making sure that there's always one person to keep the flag there. So I think if they do that, they'll do a lot better. Honestly, it looks like they had a lot of subs this game, so maybe they weren't quite on the same, everybody wasn't quite on the same page and everything, but they still were able to pull out a win on this map.
Well, Reddish
so,
Blue was the only sub that they had, but the other team was definitely full of subs. I know they had at least 2 or 3 of them, so that could be why they also had a couple more problems. I know they were more filled earlier in some of the maps that they took. So the final score is 3-2 in favor of Icarus overall. The final map did go. The final map was Sunstar, and it did go to Area 51. So thank you all for watching. We hope to see you again at some point. we should have another cast up probably tomorrow or the day after, as soon as the next scrim goes out. So once again, thanks everyone, and see you later.